Okay, I just wanted to give you an update on what's happening here, and fortunately I really don't know what to do at this point. So here's my cam. This is the Summit 1103 cam, and this is the bad lifter. Now I know I talked a little bit about this. The issue with it, as you can see, it's polished on that one side, but then you turn like this and it's like the factory finish. And so what that's indicating is that this lifter was not rotating in its bore, was not allowing it to turn and wear properly on the cam lobe. And this is the number 6 intake lobe and lifter. And as you can see, you can clearly see the wear pattern being straight up like this rather than, well, concentric like it's supposed to be. And as you can see, watching the reflection in the light there, it's kind of lost its crown, I believe. Looks like it's divoted in the center. And the other problem is this is the intake, number 6 intake lobe, the lobe that this lifter was riding on. And you can see the wear pattern is exactly what, well, this looks like. This rested here, and instead of riding on the taper of the cam lobe, like these rest, as you can see, it's just on the edge there, as opposed, well, not, it's the face of the lobe, but right on the edge. It's been wearing across almost the entire width of that lobe. And so what I don't know is I'm pretty happy with the rest of the wear of this cam. If I were to reinstall this cam and put a new lifter in the number 6 intake port, if it would still allow, did the lifter wipe the taper off of this cam lobe? Or is the lifter softer than the lobe of the cam, and this still does have a taper on it, and a new lifter would fix the issue with like a fresh crown and being broken in properly? That's something that I do not know. I wish I did. I'm going to have to call like Comp Cams or Summit Racing or something about it. Another thing too is you can see the very peak of that cam lobe is almost porous. It's rough, as opposed to this healthy one right here, as you can see, is a really nice surface finish. You can catch it in the light. And so yeah, that's another point of concern. And what I've done is I use my dial caliper there and I measured. You can measure the lobe of this cam by measuring it at its highest from the heel to the peak of the lobe, and then at the base circle down here. So you take this measurement and you subtract it from, or I'm sorry, you subtract this measurement from this measurement, and you take that difference and multiply it by your factory rocker arm, or whatever ratio rocker arms you're running. In my case, it's the factory, the self-alignings, and it was they're 1.5 ratio rocker arms, and according to that, this lobe is still healthy as far as lift. I did it a couple different times, and I was within like 5 thousandths. In fact, my first measurement was right on the money. 444 thousandths is the advertised lift with 1.5 ratio rockers on the intake. So according to that lobe is still okay. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to put a brand new lifter in and have it do the exact same thing on that lobe if the taper has been worn off and that needs the taper to rotate in the bore. Yeah, these are all things that I don't know. So I'm going to call somebody who does know tomorrow and I guess figure out what to do from there.